Crypto scams have been one of the darkest sides of the cryptocurrency industry, and they are happening left, right, and center. NFTs, cryptocurrencies, meme coins, fake videos of Elon Musk giving away cryptocurrency. This is all the very, very dark side of crypto. In this video, I'm gonna go over some of the different types of cryptocurrency scams and how you can prevent yourself from becoming a victim too. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you one of the most important tools that you can use right now that can absolutely help eliminate your MetaMask wallet from being wiped out completely. If that sounds good to you guys, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let's get into it. It's not only altcoins that are at risk as well. Are you into NFTs? Have you seen recently the articles about Bored Apes being wiped out of people's wallets completely and now OpenSea being in a lawsuit? So this article talks about crypto scammers took $14 billion in 2021. And this is all kinds of scams, guys. This is phishing attacks, sweeping attacks, spoofing attacks, all kinds of malicious injection attacks, things like that. And we're gonna go over some of those attacks in this video, what they look like so you can be better prepared to protect yourself and how to prevent them. More recently, just last week, we saw this news of a $1.7 million phishing attack from NFTs. And you can see these are the Bored Apes that were stolen. And we'll just quickly read through you just so you have an understanding of what this attack looked like. As far as this is from the OpenSea CEO themselves on Twitter. As far as we can tell, this is a phishing attack. We do not believe it's connected to the OpenSea website. It appears that 32 users thus far have signed a malicious payload from an attacker, and some of their NFTs were stolen. The NFT marketplace chief tweeted on Sunday. So the important part to notice from this sentence right here is this part. So 32 users signed a malicious payload from an attacker. This means that they opened the MetaMask from clicking on a malicious link, an email or a fake website, or an email that led to a fake website. So talking about the announcement for OpenSea of the migration for users to migrate their listings. Now, this is important to realize that this actually had nothing to do with the architecture of the attack, other than the fact this was pure social engineering. And we also don't know if this was a coincidence, but it sure did help to trick people into probably believing the way that the attack took place, right? Because there was a notification, and you might have seen it if you've been using OpenSea the past couple of weeks. And it was like a glowing notification on the top of the website. And so probably what happened is OpenSea is doing this thing, and we need you to verify your credentials or whatever. And looked like it came from an official OpenSea or MetaMask wallet. And then what it would have done is ask you to click a link to go verify your credentials. And I will show you what those look like in just a second. What could a spoofing attack look like? So a spoofing attack will target your secret recovery phrase, otherwise known as your seed phrase. And this can be used to restore your wallet and provide the hacker with access to your private keys and wallet's contents. MetaMask is a non-custodial wallet, meaning you are responsible for keeping your secret phrase secure. In practice, a classic spoofing attack on your MetaMask wallet could go something like this. You ask MetaMask a support question in reply to a tweet. So I'll give you a personal example of something that this happened to me one time. I was in Discord one time in a NFT community that I wanted to get whitelisted to. And so I think I made a comment in a general chat about, is there an admin in here that I could talk to about getting a whitelist spot on this project? And I immediately got a message from somebody who said that they were with the project and wanted to hook me up a whitelist spot. And then they asked me to send them money, to send them some ETH, and that I could, and they would just send me the NFTs directly ahead of time. Here's a nice little diagram of how a phishing kit might look like. So basically, they will clone a legitimate website. The login page is changed to point to a credential stealing script. The modified files are bundled into a zip file to make it a phishing kit. The phishing kit is uploaded to the hacked website. Files are unzipped. Emails are sent with the links to pointing to the new spoofed website. So here's some really good examples of spoofing and phishing. So here you can see an email that comes from a legitimate MetaMask team. You can see that it says support@metamask.io. Now, you also have to be very, very careful because this, even though in this example over here of the fake one, email at solazensgarazor.pl, obviously fake. So be very, very, very careful. They can be extremely tricky and trick even the smartest and most competent crypto users. So in this email, which is non-harmful, they're asking you to visit the website to basically fill out, do whatever you need to do, whatever they're asking you to do. Like here, you always make sure that you go to, so type it in yourself and you make sure, double check that you're typing in the right URL, then you're going to be safe. But if this email, which is a fraudulent email, they ask you to click this link, then it's going to send you to a website that looks like MetaMask. And let me show you what that looks like. You can see on the left, you have the fake MetaMask website and the real one on the right. They look nearly identical. The only difference here is that when you go here, enter wallet recovery mode, it's going to ask you to enter your recovery phrase here. This is probably also tracking every keystroke on this website too. So even if you got all the way through and at the last minute you thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't click this, it's probably too late at that point. Certainly, if you click this and you enter your recovery phrase, you're screwed. And another way to protect yourself is essentially, you definitely want to be using really, really good anti-malware, antivirus types of softwares. I recommend Kaspersky Total Internet Security. I think you're paying something like $40 for a whole year of very, very good security. There's also something called clipboard malware. So anytime that you copy paste, if you have this malware installed in your computer, copy and pasting, it can track everything and send out to the attacker everything that you're copying and pasting. And thinking in your mind, how many times have you copied and pasted something that's super critical, like a password, like a recovery phrase or a seed phrase? I mean, we do it all the time, right? I'm guilty of it myself, but I do have really good anti-malware and antiviral software running on my computer that can protect any type of malware, like copy and paste scams. They can also just detect, not 100% of the time, but definitely better than we can, phishing sites. So, if you accidentally click one of these links in a fake email and you open it up, your anti-malware, anti-security, your either Trend Micro or your Kaspersky, if you're running it as a browser extension or on your computer, it should tell you that this is a phishing site. Be careful. And so I definitely recommend doing that. And last but not least, this tool I told you that is super, super important, very awesome. Revoke.cash is the website, revoke.cash. And this will basically connect to your MetaMask and let you know which kind of allowances that you have approved on your MetaMask. Every time that your MetaMask opens up, a little message pops up and it's asking you to either sign a transaction or approve a transaction. These need to be read very carefully. You need to trust the websites that you're using them on, because you could be signing your own death warrant. So there are certain instances where you might want to allow a certain website to take some of your tokens for some transaction. But if you're uncomfortable with the number that it says here, all you have to do is go here and put in like whatever, like 100 or something like that, and then click updates, and it'll update and change the allowance of how many tokens. And you can revoke these at any time. So all I can do is I can just click revoke. It'll revoke the access. So I can just show you what it looks like if you change something. So Matic right now, I've got 0 allowances, but I'm going to go over here to 1 inch and I'm going to swap some Matic into USDT. And you can see right now that this little lock here means that there's no permissions from 1 inch to use my MetaMask. So I need to give permission to do that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go down here and go give permission to swap Matic. It's gonna say, give me some terms and conditions from 1 inch. I'm gonna come over here, and then here is the message that asks you from. The origin is, we can see the origin is from the actual website, app.1inch. So you can verify here the origin of where it's asking you from. I'm going to sign this transaction. Okay, here you can see that it's been signed. Now let's go back and refresh this revoke.cache page, and we can see I've got Matic has allowance assigned to it. So it's important to check this revoke.cache website quite often, you know, maybe once every other day or something, and just see if there's any types of addresses that you don't recognize and revoke them. You can always gain access, give permission to them later, guys. Now we can see, going over to the NFTs, guys, we can see that I've got, you know, some of these NFTs in this wallet: Censored, Cryptoland, Fox Fam, Galaxy Eggs, and Jungle Freaks. And you can see the only one here who has any privileges is Galaxy Eggs, because I recently went to go post one for sale on OpenSea, and so it gave an allowance to OpenSea. And at any time, I can just revoke this, and this will prevent you from potentially becoming a victim to another scam.